What's up, guys? This is James Dean at the Boat Brokers, and man, do we have some exciting news for you. We got new RVs for sale. Be the first to check out the new Heartland Elkridge. Best RV for the money. This video is going to be a little bit different. We're going to give you behind the scenes with the rep training the salespeople. So stay tuned, watch closely, because you'll find out why we think Elkridge is the best RV for the money.
So Elkridge is made by Heartland RVs. We've been in business since 2003. We introduced a lot of features that we've normally seen in like high-end mobile homes and diesel pushers. So introduced it to the total market. So the wrapped edge on the roof, how it's reinforced with aluminum and wrapped down the sides. Tight turn technology on the front cap. Universal docking stations for all your water hookups. A lot of those features hadn't been seen in towables before. Storage, traditionally you only access it from the left and right? Well, on the Elkridge and the Big Country, you can access it from the front as well. So it's triple access pass-through storage, which means you now have 30% more storage than the competition by being able to get to it from the front and from both sides. Way more convenient. Let's say that power cord that you're trying to grab gets pushed to the middle or whatnot. It's a lot easier to get to it from the front than from the sides. Okay, and so that's a unique feature to Heartland that we have a patent on. No other manufacturers could have that feature. All right, you still have room for a built-in generator down there. 5.5 Onan propane generator will fit in that compartment down there. Your batteries, hydraulics, all that stuff will be over to the left. Speaking of which, you have 6-point hydraulic auto leveling on this coach. That's usually something you don't see until you get to that higher end price point, but Elkridge is going to have the high end 6-point hydraulic auto leveling, 2.5 times faster, 50% stronger. It's a more reliable system. Basically, when you get to where you're going to go camp, right, your controls for getting it off the truck are right here. You're going to be able to lift it off the truck pressing these buttons. Now once you do that and you pull away and you level it out and you're good to go, when it's time to pack up and camp, if you hit this button right here called hitch height, it's going to put the fifth wheel back to the same level it was when you unhooked it from the truck. Oh wow. So it automatically remembers where it was when you unhooked and puts it right back to that level.
And what is the Rotaflex?
Rotaflex is just like it looks like. You have a rotating, pivoting head to help reduce the chucking and surging that you might experience with stopping.
So it's a shock absorber for your hitch on your truck?
Very much so, yeah.
Okay.
Also, hydraulic main level slide outs. Able to use them more often. They're going to be quicker, quieter, better weight. Is anybody familiar with a material called Azdel? Okay, so we use that. That's a backer for your fiberglass. Your sidewalls are fiberglass. It's aluminum framing, block foam insulation, and to back your fiberglass, we use a material called Azdel instead of a wood or Luan backer. The benefits of Azdel: half the weight, better sound dampening, twice the R value, doesn't deplete the rainforest, US made. So if water gets into your walls, it will not absorb that water, it doesn't wick it in, and it will not rot like a Luan or wood backer, and so you won't have the same issues with mold and mildew and delamination like you do with a traditional backer. So because we do a double back Azdel, we have R13 in the sidewalls. All of our competitors with a 2-inch wall, the highest they can say is R11. So more insulation in the sidewalls than anybody else with a 2-inch wall. R40 on the roofs, R38 on the floors. A heated and enclosed underbelly. Not that you have to worry too much about cold weather around here, but if they go anywhere else, they're going to have good protection from the cold weather as well. Suspension-wise, we're upgraded. We have F-range tires. That's 12-ply tires. We're also doing that MoreRide CRE 3000 suspension dampening system. That's going to reduce all the road vibrations and chatter, help your structure hold up better. We also include never adjust brakes. Anybody familiar with those? Traditionally, if you don't have that feature, when you start to use your RV, their brake pads are going to wear unevenly. When your pads wear unevenly, you're only getting a fraction of the stopping power of the brake pads. Whereas with the never adjust brakes, they're constantly adjusting, so you get the full stopping power throughout the lifetime of the brake. They look just like all the other steps, but what's nice about them, being in 4 steps, they can be pretty heavy. There's a shock assist on these, so it's basically zero gravity. They pretty much hold themselves up, so they're not coming down really heavy steps hitting you in the head. The shock assist makes it way more convenient to put them up and bring them down. moving on back, we have the BAL spare tire carrier. Really nice feature. You guys get a little bit of sunshine out here. And so, God forbid you have an issue and you have to change your tire. The other guys, to get your spare tire out, you have to crank it down. Now you have to crawl underneath your RV to drag it out. This asphalt can get incredibly hot and you have potentials of burning your hands and blisters and stuff like that. This thing, all you do, you pull that pin right there, it comes right on out to you. You're not crawling underneath the fifth wheel to get your spare tire out.
Very nice.
Another nice feature moving on to the back is how we bond our rear walls. A lot of our competitors will have nice fiberglass and aluminum framing on their sidewalls, and then they have wood framing and no Asdale on their rear wall. So bonded rear wall is going to give you a stronger structure. It's going to hold up a lot better. The 2-inch receiver down there is not for towing boats or side-by-sides or anything like that. It's a 300-pound capacity, more for bicycle racks, luggage racks, accessories, things like that. Okay, moving on. 12-gallon water heater, okay, and it's gas and electric, so it means it works off of propane and it works off of a 110. Nice if you're in transit, you don't have hookups, you run it off of propane. When you're at the campground, you can run it off of 110, or if you need to do a lot of people taking showers and a lot of water usage, you can run it off of both simultaneously. If you're running it off of propane and electric at the same time, you're getting 20 gallon per hour refresh rate. That's a lot of hot water. You get both heating elements simultaneously, and with a coach that sleeps at 10 or more people, it might be nice to have that feature. Universal docking station, fairly straightforward at this point. But it's nice to see you got your hot and cold shower, you got your water heater bypass for winterizing and all that good stuff.
What are the tabs on the side of the slides?
That's a good question. Yeah, so you see you have your couple seals here. You have your bulb seal, and then you have your wiper seal, which is this one right here. By having this tab right here, it puts your wiper seal in the correct position, whether it's coming in or out. Because if you leave it for a long time and it's pinched in the wrong position, it can cause it to crack and break. So the wiper seal, this little tab right here, just helps put that wiper seal in the right position.
Awesome.
Elkridge does something we call pretty much, it's the everything included approach to how we spec out our coaches. And so a lot of other brands, you've got to mark a lot of boxes on the order form to include all of the options and upgrades and stuff like that. We feel that our customers with this type of RV is going to want a lot of nicer features, and so we make them pretty much everything standard. So everything you see inside here is a standard feature except for 2 things, and I'll point this out, but we're talking solid surface countertops are standard. The recliners there are standard, your 50-inch TV is standard, your fireplace, the auto leveling, the big water heater, dual air conditioners is standard, all of that stuff is standard. The only options we put on this coach is the gas and electric refrigerator. So it works off of propane and 110. Again, more convenient. You have more camping options to be able to run your fridge off of propane in places where you don't have 110 power, and then 110 power when you do have it. And that booth dinette. Instead of doing a table with freestanding chairs, we did the booth dinette, which gets you more storage underneath the seats, and then you also have another bed if you want to sleep additionally. Now, for your window treatments, we are doing the MCD slow rise roller shades. There's pretty much 2 manufacturers for the roller shades out there. There's the MCD and there's the cheap knockoffs. The easiest way to tell between the two is when you walk in the coach and it moves around a little bit. On the cheaper brands, you hear the chink, chink, chink noise as it's rattling against the wall. The MCDs don't have that same issue. They also have better gearing, better mechanisms, so they hold up a lot better. Okay, I mentioned dual air conditioners. This one's a 15,000 BTU. Up front, you have a 13.5 BTU. Both of them H-ducted. H-ducting means you have ducting on both sides of the air conditioner, more vents than the competition, and ducted throughout the whole coach. So that's 28,500 BTUs of cooling. Hardwood cabinetry, hardwood lumber core styles, and your structures are none of that cheap brittle board stuff that falls apart. You can see full-size appliances, 30-inch microwave, 21-inch oven, so you can do some cooking in here.
And the appliances are all stainless steel, right?
It's stainless steel appearance appliances, yes.
Okay.
In the bathroom, you're going to have a 48-inch shower. King-size beds are going to be standard on all of them as well.
Says washer dryer option.
It has washer dryer hookup standard on all models. The washer dryer would not be something we install, but it'd be easy for you guys to install stackable washer dryer.
Now you can see why we think Heartland Elkridge is the best RV for the money. These will not last long. Come by and check these out for yourself at 1680 Industrial Boulevard in Lake Havasu City, Arizona. See you then.